We're going to talk some cricket now inside the last 40 minutes of the SportsMax Zone for this Friday. And the touring West Indies now need a further 274 runs to win on the final day of their day-night tour match against the Prime Minister's 11. That match playing in the Australian capital, Canberra. At Stumps, on day 3, the Windies ended on 35 without loss in pursuit of 309 with skipper Craig Brathwaite and Tagenarine Chanderpaul still at the crease. They're on 19 and 15 respectively. Now, earlier in the match, the Prime Minister's 11 posted 322 all-out in their first innings, with Matt Renshaw making 81. Alzarri Joseph was the best West Indies bowler, taking 4 for 65. In reply, the West Indies were dismissed for 235, with Tagenarine Chanderpaul top scoring with 119. Shiv Chanderpaul's son, 293 deliveries he took. The Aussie Prime Minister's 11 then piled up an 87-run lead in the second innings, scoring 224 for 4. Declared Renshaw again top scoring. He made 101 as they set the West Indies 309 to win. So Tagenarine Chanderpaul, his 5th first-class 100. Himself and Craig Brathwaite seeming to have a good chemistry at the top. Good signs maybe for the Caribbean men on this tour?
Yeah, I have to say so. The fact that we haven't lost a wicket today.
Yes.
So that's a good sign, Lance. And for me, we've spoken on this show for such a long time about the need for an opener and somebody who will stand at that crease and bat for us very long. I mean, Tagenarine hasn't been there for so long at the West Indies level, but what we're seeing from him is a lot of intent, and that's exactly what we want. I'm not going to read too much into the chemistry and all that just yet. I'd have to watch him for a couple of months, then to have a definitive answer.
Yeah, I agree with you, because I don't think they've opened together long enough for us to think that there is any concrete evidence that there's chemistry there, even though sometimes from the very early stage you can probably see something there. We have to remember that his former partner, John Campbell, had been an opening partner with Craig Brathwaite since they were playing under 15 cricket for the West Indies, and under 19s as well. So it is a new batting setup for the West Indies team at the top with Tagenarine Chanderpaul. Good to see him starting so well, because when he got picked for this tour, there was the general feeling that he may not have been a shoo-in to be the opener, but because he has started so well, including 100, there is no question that he is likely to open the batting in this test match, which starts next week, Tuesday night, and it's going to be live on SportsMax.
Yeah, and what we noticed from this match, the top order had to hold up the rest of the batsmen because the middle order had failed. And, this can't continue to happen, because there are going to be moments, Lance, where, the top order wouldn't be able to do that over and over again.
Yeah, and the fact is that the bowling opposition that they are facing here is nothing compared to the bowling that they'll face in the test match. Because when Pat Cummins and Mitch Stark and company and Josh Hazelwood come into the test arena for the Aussies, it will be a very testing time for the West Indies batsmen. So it would have been good to see the middle order batsmen get some runs here in this tour match. They did have a 3-day fixture before this 4-day match. I know this is a day-night fixture. Yes. They're playing with a pink ball as well. So sometimes that is a bit of a problem for the...
Coach spoke about that, remember?
Yeah,
Coach spoke about
the pink ball does behave differently from the red ball. So I'm not sure, how difficult it has been for the West Indies. But as they chase 309 to win tonight, 35 without loss at the start, we want to see Craig Brathwaite and Tagenarine Chanderpaul doing well. But I agree with you. I would like to see some of the middle order batsmen getting in tonight and making some runs. And if they get a victory in this match, which they can, because they have a whole day to score 274, then it would give them the kind of impetus, or at least a morale booster going into the first test against the Aussies, because they need a confidence booster going in, because the Aussies are heavy favourites to win this series.
And I just want to also mention Alzarri Joseph, who picked up 4 for 65 lands, because the total that we are talking about chasing right now was limited because of his good bowling effort, and I feel as if he must be commended as well.
Yeah, well, his effort, though, was in the first innings. The second innings, they scored 220 out for 4, declared. so the West Indies bowlers didn't flourish as much in the second innings as they did in the first.
Yeah.
But you are right. His 4 wickets in the first innings kept the West Indies in the game, or keep the West Indies in the game. So let's hope they can get a good result tonight.
Yeah, looking forward to see Craig Brathwaite and Tejan Chandapol come out unbeaten. Let's take a break.